Good morning, y'all. Got something a little bit different today. I released a little quick vid yesterday, but this is my 462R standard carb version. And a couple of months ago, I had a gentleman in Greece reach out to me and ask me to port up a cylinder for him for his 462 that he's purchasing. I had a 462 here at the time, so I was able to locate a cylinder, get it ported up for him. But unfortunately, I had to get that 462 back to the customer, so I wasn't able to test that top end out. Well, now that I have my own personal one, I went ahead and threw his cylinder on here to get it tested. The video that I had yesterday, the little quick cut video, that was just me throwing a bar and chain on there, putting a rough tune on it, and putting it in the wood. So now what I've done is I've taken this chain. This is a Oregon TXL chain, is what this it is, which has got that dual raker design. But guys, I've never been a fan of dual rakers either, bumper rakers, whatever you want to call them. But this chain is different. It's definitely different. It is very, very smooth. It cuts just as fast as any pro level chain out there, any full comp out there. It's very smooth. It's easily sharpened, and I just did a little cleanup sharpening, and I hit the rakers on it. Until then, that was a stock chain. So yesterday, that cut was a stock chain. But I wanted to test out Lagos's cylinder with a very similar setup than what he's going to have. The only thing different is he is unable to do a timing advance. I wish I could get my hands on a flywheel in order to advance it and then send it with it, but I don't want him to have to pay a bunch of extra money for something that's unnecessary. So I built this cylinder, timed this cylinder around not having a timing advance. And after running it yesterday, it don't need one. It don't need one at all. Do I think there could be more to come out of it with a timing advance? Absolutely, but it's unnecessary. So this is the way his saw is going to run. I think he's getting an M-tronic though. I prefer to have the manual carb. But here we go. I'm gonna make a little free cutting video, cut, and then I'll come back and dog it in. But this thing runs spectacular, man. Honestly, up until recently, I've always been a Husky Johnson Red guy. More Johnson Red than Husky. But I gotta say, man, between the 461, the 400, and this 462, I think I'm drifting more towards the steels. Honestly, they're easier to work on as far as doing the machine work and everything. The plating holds up better in these cylinders than the 5 series. And to me, the power band where these things sit feels better to me. And everybody's up to has their own opinion on these. This isn't fact. This is just the way I like one to run. The 400 and especially this 462, they just land where I like them. The 461 speaks for itself, man. My 461 builds, I've never had one dyno, but I'd have no problem saying they're at least 8.5, probably closer to 9 horsepower, maybe more. I don't know. They're the strongest saw I've ever ran as far as one I've built. But this 462, it gives it a run for its money, that's for sure. So here we go. Just want to clean that up a little bit. But yeah, that saw runs amazing. Amazing. So Lagos, I think I hit the nail on the head, brother. You're getting a hell of a build. I wish I could get my hands on a flywheel for you. That's the one thing I hate about most of these newer models, and I mean all the way across the board, is that molded flywheel in the, that molded key in the flywheel. It ain't nothing but a way for them to make extra money, because instead of being able to just swap out a key, you gotta buy a whole new friggin' flywheel. It's kind of stupid. Anyways, there y'all go. Chips and Chains ported 462, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. God bless, like and subscribe.